Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tony X Tony, and don't forget the X. So, unfortunately, today we are here with a very, very, very sad video because one of the YouTube greats, YouTube legend, if you know anything about comics, then you definitely know about Comicstorian, aka Ben Potter. Um, you know, to say that his impact on this platform and on everybody's lives has been astronomical is kind of an understatement because there was times on whenever I didn't even know about comics and stuff all like that, because you go through periods of things where sometimes you're super invested into something and you're like, oh yeah, I'm all in, I want to know all about comics, and then you switch up and then you go do something else for a little bit. And that's kind of like what happened with me and Ben, and I feel so crazy because like I was just about to go watch one of his videos. Like I haven't watched one of his videos in like what, probably like a good 6 months or something. Probably like 3 months or something. It hasn't even really been crazy long, but sometimes you just take a break from a channel. And I went to go look him up his channel. Then the next thing I know, I see Rob Explains, or Rob, the other guy that makes a lot of comic book stuff. Dang, it's hard to think right now. I'm sorry, you guys, because I was not expecting this. I saw him make a video, a tribute, which you guys, I'm gonna tag that in this video because you guys have to go watch it. I bet from what he was saying, they're really good friends. Started the grind at the same time, and I'm not gonna pretend that I've known their relationship or anything like that. All I know is that I come on YouTube and I get good content just like how you guys want to. And for somebody like him to pass away at the young age of 40 years old in an unfortunate accident, which can mean anything. Like, I don't really want to speculate on how he passed away. All I know is Rob said that he talked to him like literally within 20 to an hour of him passing away. And it's just like, yo, I've been hearing about this so much lately where people are passing away like minutes after talking to their friends. And what's wild is this dude never really stopped working. Like, it's, man, this is crazy, y'all. Like, I wasn't expecting this. We lost Toriyama this year, and now we lose Benny. Like, Ben Potter, the popular YouTube personality known as Comicstorian, died June 8th in what his wife called an unfortunate accident. He was 40. Details of his death, including a specific cause and location, were not disclosed, and Natalie Porter's statement on X, with more than 3 million subscribers and nearly 4,000 YouTube videos during the past 10 years, Potter, as Comicstorian, built a devoted fan base with his original audio dramas of comic books and YouTube videos. He discussed and analyzed aspects of the Marvel and comic DC universes. This is wild, you guys. Alright, before I continue, tell me y'all's favorite memories of Comicstorian in the comments, because I feel like this is a time where we should not just be grieving him, but remembering him for all the times that he brought us. And one of my favorite times that I had was just like the initial meeting of Comicstorian's channel, and then just hearing the passion that he always had delivered behind behind just like the retelling of a story. And then you see the panels going across the video as he's explaining it in that like amazing voice that he had that's always so full of passion and vigor. Like, I don't know if I have a specific video that really stands out to me as far as just like what really made me a big fan, but I do know the House of M and stuff like that. I was always so curious about it because I never really got to read them. And then just hearing him break down the House of M in the way that he always did, that tone with such dramatic nature and all that kind of fun stuff. It was always, it's crazy, man. Like, I'm thinking all the way back. How long did they say he had his channel? Because I had to have been a fan at like the beginning of it. What does it say? 4,000 during the past 10 years. Dude, yeah, I was a fan since the beginning of this. Like, him and Rob. Like, I was watching them at the start. And then it's crazy because I didn't even know that. Like, looking back at the timeline, I used to work at this one job where I just used to put their videos on in the background and just learn about comics. And like Marvel and DC movies was really big at that time, but for some reason there was just still something about their videos that always brought me back. But anyways, tell me y'all's favorite memory of Comicstorian, Ben, whatever you want to refer to him as. To many of you, he was Comicstorian, writes Natalie Potter, voicing stories from across multiple different mediums to his loved ones. He was one of the best and most supportive individuals anyone could ask for. As a husband, a son, a brother, a friend, or even just a stranger, she continues, Ben was loving and genuine. He was someone who would listen and make time for his loved ones. He would do his best to make everyone laugh and make sure they were okay. He was our rock, and he'd reassure his loved ones whenever they needed it. His wife called Porter's channel one of his greatest accomplishments, and vowed that she and Potter's team want to keep it going to honor him by continuing to tell great stories by great people, as well as keep the memory of our very own superhero alive. We supported each other on everything we wanted to do, and I'm not about to stop now, Natalie Potter writes. See Natalie's full message below, followed by Comicstorian's final YouTube video about why he believed DC's reboots beat Marvel's. Jeez, I don't know why I struggled so hard on that part. 2 days ago, on June 8th, my husband, Ben Potter, passed away in an unfortunate accident. To many of you, he was Comicstorian. Okay, we just read that. So yeah, you guys, if you want to go check out his last video on why DC's reboot beats Marvel, then I'll also tag that below. I want to make sure that like this channel is going to get all the respect and the send-off that it deserves. And obviously it's not going to be a traditional send-off because they're planning on keeping it going and all that good stuff. But like, you know, sending Benny off with the most love and respect that he deserves, because we all grew to have that for him. And Rob explains, and you know, just like all the different channels that like built this up. And you know, to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie, the only 2 comic book channels that I watched was really Rob and Comicstorian, and they taught me so much. So it only felt like felt right to do this video and, you know, say thank you to Benny for the time that he was around in my life and given one of the best experiences to experience some comic book through in a way that I don't think that a lot of people could have done in the way that he did it. So we oftentimes don't think that YouTubers die, because they seem eternal in a weird way, because a lot of them have been friends with us for so long and we're just so used to their schedules being on constant repeat that sometimes it's easy to take these people, these creators, for granted. And, you know, just use this as a lesson to not take anybody in your life for granted, whether it be a YouTuber, one of your favorite musicians, your best friend, your parents and your mom, any of those things. Make sure that you have true and utter respect for them. And that's all I gotta say. I just wanted to make sure to throw that in there, since like the tone of this video is already kind of heavy, and you know, I don't think it can get much heavier than that. So yeah. Thank you again, Benny, for your time and your service on this platform, in this planet, and I hope that your impact can continue to touch people moving far, far forward into the future, as it should. Anyway, that's all from me. I don't want to make this video too long. I appreciate you guys for watching, and rest in heaven, Benny Potter. You are forever a legend. Peace.